Testing, testing. Before we get started, our first lost and found item, sunglasses. Anybody leave them at the table? Sunglasses? Nope, they'll be up here for anyone who remembers.
Did you get your okay, so where do you
Good afternoon, everyone. I know everyone's eating. I'll do the invocation. So we are truly grateful for this opportunity to share this wonderful event, this wonderful time with so many people. And our loved ones, our friends who surround us and who have made this occasion possible. So we keep gratitude, hands together, and we notes. Thank you very much.
Thank you very much. Ken Toshio. We have some time.
Man, I'm busy for you.
Can they have listen?
Good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen. My name is Ken Koshio and my son Miro Koshio. We are honored to be here, part of this great program. Just want to say one thing about my own history. So I was born in Nagoya, Japan, back in 1966. So I moved to this country back in 1996. I used to live in Los Angeles, California. But again, history of my history book in Japan, from elementary school to university, and moved to here, been learning in California and Arizona until today. So totally different perspective to see the things, even same things or different things. So anyways, I'm going to Manzanar, California this end of April for that pilgrimage. So since 2000, so I've been part of that also Manzanar committee. So I've been learning a lot of things, history of Japanese here in this country, and then also been here since 2004 in Arizona, always Gila River and Boston, even the loot. Those histories of camps gives me a lot of new idea what I can use for music for the future things. So anyways, being here for a long time, and people ask me this song all the time. So I want to sing for all of you. Some are old, some are young, but for younger people, hopefully you remember this song back in 1963 in the United States of America, #1 hit song in Billboard.
Go
It was wonderful. Thank you. Well, welcome everybody. Again, my name is Bill Staples. I am the president of JACL. I wear many hats in my life. Prior to joining JACL, I was a baseball historian, and I still am. I'm also a husband and a father. So I will be wearing primarily the hat of JACL president, but I'm going to be going back and forth with the historian hat because of the important baseball history that we have only a couple hundred feet away from us. So I want to provide some background and give some context as to why we're here and the importance of this exhibit as well. So a little bit of background on what Golden Week is and why we are celebrating that. So coming out of the pandemic, we were looking for something new, a fun way to come together as a community. And we did a little research and we found that in Japan, there's something called Golden Week from April 29th to May 5th. It's a series of 5 holidays, 4 holidays. The first holiday is Showa Day, celebrating the Emperor of Japan. The next holiday is Constitution Memorial Day. The third one is Greenery Day, celebrating nature and gratitude. And the fourth one is Children's Day, celebrating the future and hope. So what we are doing here today, we wanted to take that and kind of make it our own for our community. And so we are here today to celebrate the elders of the JACL community and our community leaders, reaffirm the mission and values of the JACL, express gratitude for our blessings, and celebrate hope for the future. So that is what we are doing here today, celebrating as a community. So with that, I just want to level set and go back and let's share the mission of the JACL so that those who are new to the community know what JACL represents. The Japanese American Citizen League is a national organization whose ongoing mission is to secure and maintain the civil rights of Japanese Americans and all others who are victimized by injustice and bigotry. The JACL also works to promote cultural, educational, and social values and preserve the heritage and legacy of the Japanese American community. One of the words that I like to point out in that is injustice. As I mentioned, I am an author, and I'm now promoting myself as the author of a future banned book. And I say that because my book on the father of Japanese American baseball, Kenichi Zenobira, is on the radar for individuals who would like to censor this important history. I just want to point that out, that not only my book, but other historians and authors who are capturing and sharing this important history needs to be told. So as an organization, we will defend and preserve that right and stand up for those who are being oppressed and silenced. So projects like our teachers workshop and the youth books that are over there, we just want everybody to be aware of some of the work that we're doing and some of the challenges that are out there in the community. Not just in Florida, but coming here to Arizona as well. All right. So with that, I also want to take a moment and honor the elders and our community leaders, in particular those who have passed since we last met last year. So with that, I will read the names. Lorraine Arakaki, Richard Hashimoto, Shizuko Hoffman, Yukio Maruyama, Ted Nishioka, Sumi Nishida, Janine Johnson Sakata, Gladys Salas, Daniel Tanita, and Edward Yu. And with that, we're also celebrating our community leaders who are with us today through the Gold Swirl Award. Seiko Watkins, we're honoring her husband, Alan Watkins, and Michelle Namba, in the Namba family. All right. So let's turn to our blessings and express our gratitude. Today is a blessing. This event is a blessing. And your presence is a blessing. And this exhibit is a blessing as well. And I just want to share some background as to why it's important, where it's been, and where it's going. So it was created in the early 2000s by a nonprofit group called the Nisei Baseball Research Project. I serve on the board of directors for that group as well. And it's traveled around the world, educating everyone about the importance of the legacy of Japanese American baseball. It's been in Cooperstown and Tokyo, and finally made its way back here to Arizona. In this exhibit is a gem of a piece, Kenichi Zenmura's wooden home plate, constructed in 1943, 80 years ago. He is the father of Japanese-American baseball, and that home plate is a symbol of hope that it gave the 13,000 individuals incarcerated at Gila River. More importantly, Zenmura and the other pioneers who helped build the baseball bridge across the Pacific during the 1920s and 30s, it led to professional baseball in Japan and the great baseball and level of play that's being played over in Japan today. So congratulations to Team Japan on World Baseball Classic. And with support from the JACL community, this exhibit was featured at Dodger Stadium last year during the All-Star Game. It stayed there through the entire season, came back to Arizona for spring training. It's going to end on May 30th, and then it's going to Seattle next for the All-Star Game in 2023. Then after that, it's going to Cooperstown for 2024 in preparation for the induction of Ichiro Suzuki in the Hall of Fame in 2025. So that's pretty exciting. So our hope is that these educational opportunities will lead to future recognition and permanent representation of the legacy of Japanese Americans and Asian Americans in Cooperstown. Right now, there is nothing in Cooperstown. A few final things related to the exhibit. I also want to give special recognition to Tetsuya Furukawa, former Gila River incarcerate and star pitcher of the Butte High Eagles, winner of the 10-inning game versus the Tucson High Badgers on April 18, 1945. So that anniversary is coming up in a few days. Tetz passed away earlier this year, and I wanted to honor his memory. Tetz was active in helping us educate the public about World War II incarceration, and he participated in multiple events here in Arizona. He was an honorary member of our community and a friend who we will miss. And next, there is an important part of Arizona baseball history that we wanted to include in the exhibit, but the stars didn't align. And that was the Ikeda family. Tom Ikeda in particular, of Mesa, Arizona. Tom was a community leader in Mesa and former JACL president, who was instrumental in strengthening the U.S.-Japan baseball ties by organizing teams from Japan to come here to Arizona. Teams like the Hanshin Tigers, Toyo Whales, and the Seibu Lions. So they trained here in Arizona during the 70s and 80s. And in 1990, he also served on Governor Rose Moffort's special commission to secure a major league team here in Arizona and help grow the Cactus League. So the Ikeda family is very important, I think, to Arizona baseball history. And we are honored here today to have the baby brother of the Ikeda family with us. That would be Danny Ikeda. Danny, can you raise your hand? All right. Danny is a great ball player in his own right who played for Arizona State University and then professionally in the Washington Senators organization in 1962. So it's an honor to have you here today, sir. And we look forward to talking baseball with you a little bit later. All right? All right. So with that, let's talk about the future in our hope and the students who we're here to honor. So today we're going to honor several promising young students who have bright futures and will make us all proud. Scholarship winners and our annual essay and challenge winners. A special thanks to all of our judges, if you're here today. Thank you. And our keynote speaker, Dr. Raymond Tanaka, is going to offer some words of wisdom, I believe, to our students, or some entertaining words at least, all right? And then also throughout today's event, we're giving our essay challenge winners a few minutes to share some points. So some will either read excerpts from their essay, some are going to talk about their experiences in writing their research and the writing process, and some may just surprise us with some words of wisdom from their own life as well. So with that, let me introduce our first student essay share from Noah Ames. Is Noah here? All right, welcome Noah.
Thank you. So I'm glad to be here today. Thank you, George, to both JACL judges for letting me present here. Okay. So my mom, Sydney, is Japanese. She's born and raised in Japan, and her parents are teachers over there. 4 kids, including herself, and free education was a good thing for them. She met my dad at NAU after she was transferred when she was a senior in high school to Arizona through the Arizona Field Service. But she had a wonderful American host family, and she applied. So she got her scholarship from NAU, and she went to the University of Minnesota to continue studying piano. She got her master's and undergraduate degree there, and she believes that music is a big part of her family. My mom does piano lessons for people who want to do, and she also plays for our church that we attend. And my mom and I recently read an article about the famous actor George Takei and his musical Allegiance. He wrote, in the musical, Mr. Takei explains when he was in the concentration camps, with his people, they found jobs through music during their suffering. And my mom also values loyalty, and she believes that we should get good grades because it's a lot easier to do it here than it was in Japan. Mom is one of my heroes because she lives away from her family in Japan, and she has to deal with the adversity of building and having and sustaining a family here in Arizona. So, thank you.
Thank you, Noah. That was wonderful. I should also point out on the back of the program, it does indicate that Noah's topic was my family or my hero. So clearly learned about his family and hero. All right. Next, I'd like to introduce our keynote speaker, Dr. Raymond Tanaka.
Good afternoon, everyone. I want to thank the JACL for allowing me to speak today. And I hope this turns out to be like fine wine, because this speech was supposed to actually be given 4 years ago. So hopefully it got better. But Mr. Toshio, I want to thank you very much.